It kind of feels like we're back in 2021 when we were getting rumors of that Spider-Man movie coming out with a bunch of different Spider-Man in it. Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield. Well, it seems like we have went back in time because we're getting more Spider-Man rumors. It appears that Tobey Maguire is now slated to return, and keep in mind this is just a rumor. He's now slated to return in Avengers Doomsday. All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Noah. This is On The Real Movies, so let's talk movies. Now, if you guys are new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be talking about movies a lot. If you guys want a community, I'm trying to build one here, so if that interests you, welcome. Let's go ahead and talk about the news of the day. Tobey Maguire is apparently going to be in Avengers Doomsday. I'll put it up on the screen here. This is coming from Yahoo Entertainment. A new rumor about the future of the Avengers franchise has sparked widespread discussion online. The claim centers on possible Spider-Man appearance in the upcoming crossover Avengers Doomsday, raising questions about how this version of the character may factor into the larger multiverse story. We're going to get into that in a second because I do want to talk a little bit about how Spider-Man, if he is in this movie, how Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man could fit into Avengers Doomsday. The article goes on. Avengers Doomsday rumored to bring back Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Insider Daniel Rickman. Now, Daniel Rickman, also known as Daniel RBK, he's known in the Twitter sphere, in the online movie community, of being this, what would you even call him? Just an insider, right? He is a movie insider. However, movie insiders aren't always correct. Now, this guy, he has a really good track record, but who's to say that the information that he got was accurate, you know, or it could be inaccurate. So keep everything that I'm saying here with a grain of salt, but I just thought it was a nice little topic of conversation here. He reported that Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man will be in Avengers Doomsday, reigniting speculation about whether Tom Holland's Peter Parker will appear. Sources reported conflicting early claims about Holland's inclusion because Peter Parker's post-Spider-Man No Way Home status quo reset his timeline. Avengers Doomsday is scheduled to release on December 18th, 2026, with Avengers Secret Wars following the next year. All right, so why is this interesting? Well, number one, Spider-Man is probably the most popular Marvel Cinematic Universe character, I think. Maybe not Marvel Cinematic Universe, but just Marvel character in general. He is the epitome of what Marvel is. When I think of Stan Lee, I think of Spider-Man. Now, there are a lot of rumors and a lot of things going around online about how Avengers Doomsday is supposed to be a Avengers versus X-Men film. And this really does make sense to me because if, you know, you're going to have old Fox X-Men characters coming back for Avengers Doomsday, like the chair watch, you know, we had the Avengers chairs, right? The Avengers chair live stream, where they introduced a bunch of the actors that are going to be in this film. Tobey Maguire's name wasn't on there. However, it would make sense that, number one, Marvel would like to hide some of the actors that are actually in the movie because, you know, surprises, right? Marvel loves having a little bit of surprises in every movie. But it just makes sense to me because if Doomsday is everything that we're hearing with an Avengers versus X-Men movie storyline, and Secret Wars, I mean, we know what Secret Wars is. All of these different universes are coming together to fight each other on Battle World, fighting for the sake of their universe, right? It would make sense that some more multiverse shenanigans would make its way into Avengers Doomsday and not just involving the X-Men. I mean, we have already established Tobey Maguire in the Marvel Cinematic Universe already. He's already in it. Okay, they have retconned it, and he is in it. You don't have to do much to explain why he's going to be in Avengers Doomsday. All you got to do is just realize, kind of introduce him and reintroduce that multiverse factor, and we got to know what the story is, right? If we're doing baby steps to Secret Wars, and Doomsday is kind of like a soft launch of this idea of universes battling each other, with one universe being our MCU and the other universe being the X-Men, the Fox X-Men, or the, that cast of characters. It would make sense to have like a Spider-Man from a different universe jump in and potentially be, apparently Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was supposed to be in X-Men. And vice versa. Wolverine was supposed to be in one of the Spider-Man. They were supposed to have a cameo or something like that back in the day. So, I mean, if you think about it, these are like the 2000s superheroes, right? So we think of it as like Ang Lee's Hulk, Fantastic Four from 2000 to 2002, or 2005, whenever that movie came out. Yeah, 2005. And Spider-Man and the X-Men and Ghost Rider and that Daredevil, right? We all think of them as kind of that same universe. It's not really the same universe, but I feel like the majority of moviegoers look at that as, oh, okay, yeah, those are like the 2000s superheroes pre-MCU. So to me, it makes a lot of sense why Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is also going to be in there. And then for the second reason, Tom Holland isn't expected to be in Doomsday either. If they wanted to do a Spider-Man with the Avengers, you get that pop of it being Spider-Man, and you also get that pop of it being Tobey Maguire. To me, it just doesn't make any sense for Tom Holland to be in there in the first place. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But with the release dates of his movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and Doomsday only being they're in the same calendar year. I think Brand New Day comes out in July, and then this is slated for a December release. So they're about 6 months away. And I just don't really see them handling the Doomsday stuff in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I think they're just going to try to keep Spider-Man Brand New Day as grounded as possible, because that's where Spider-Man's trilogy in the MCU was going in the first place, was this grounded trilogy by itself. And to put some Doomsday stuff that have to be in that movie to set up his appearance in Doomsday, I just think that's unlikely. So here, with Tobey Maguire being added to Avengers Doomsday, fuck it, bring it on, man. It makes more sense than it typically would in any other movie, especially with the fact that, well, not the fact, but there's speculation that it's going to be an Avengers versus X-Men movie. Makes a ton of sense to me. Daniel RPK has a really good track record. Again, take this with a grain of salt. He's not always correct. However, who isn't always correct? There was like 5 different versions of Spider-Man No Way Home. There was Venom confirmed at one point. There was a bunch of stuff. So, this is all just for conversation and speculation, but keep that in mind. And I can't wait to see what they do. So, guys, the question's for you. Let me know what you think about this. Sorry, I was about to say Tom Holland. Tobey Maguire, too many Tobs. Too many Too many T's. Taz, like Tom Hiddleston, Tom Holland, Toby. All right. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think about this. Are you excited for Tobey Maguire to come back as Spider-Man again? I know that some people were a little bit skeptical just because it seemed like Tobey Maguire's story ended in Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't think that. I think they're trying to wrap everything up with a nice little bow in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars for all those 2000s universe characters, like the X-Men, Blade, Daredevil, Spider-Man. Who else am I forgetting? Let me know down below in the comment section. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I will talk to you in the next one.